Now I'd like to show you an example of a podcast transcript that I marked up using the Skim PDF reader. I happen to have chosen the example here of a Rationally Speaking podcast whose title is What Made the Human Brain Special. So you can see here that there's quite a few annotations already. So I'm reading this transcript here, and I notice that the author refers to her book called The Human Advantage. I've actually listened to this podcast, so I know that there seems to be a little of an issue here, which I'll flag using a new note, which I will give a red flag color to, and I'll show you how to do that in the next chapter. And here basically what I've said is that the author seems to assume that there may be just one special feature or advantage. Now you remember when we were discussing caliber, I warned against this kind of problem here, which is asserting the true cause of a state, condition, or problem. Okay, so I've made a note of a criticism here, and the way I've done that is quite actually systematically. I shall now expose the sidebar here, and as you can see, this document already contains quite a few annotations. My convention is to classify at least some of my annotations using tags, and each tag is prefixed with 2 commas so that I can quickly find the tag text. So this document happens to be rich in facts. So in fact, and knowing this actually contributes to my understanding of the caliber of the document. I don't yet know whether these facts are true facts. Okay, so I'm doing some research separately to find that out. But it is noteworthy that the author has a number of relevant facts. So I quickly found those. And so I can double click on some of these notes and then access their details. So here I can see that here's a particular fact, okay, that the human brain has so many neurons. Oh, that's interesting. So she's helped us understand that number. I also use a tilde symbol here to make a note of criticisms, okay. So remember that when I was annotating the text earlier, I encountered something that raised a flag in my mind, and I used this symbol actually with Text Expander that we'll show you how to use later. So now I'm able to quickly see these are all the red flags that I've raised so far in this document that I'm not actually finished dealing with yet. So that helps me to understand something about the caliber of the document. And I use yellow highlights for major interesting propositions. So I can quickly access them here. I also use a tag called major. Okay, so here you see these are a couple of the major propositions in this particular document, and these will be inputs to my assessment of the caliber of this document. I'll show you in the Delve principle how to use Skim, Preview, and iBooks to systematically add such tagged inline notes for analyzing and assessing documents. For now, all you need to know is that there are ways to record some of the bases for your assessments of the caliber of a paper using sufficiently powerful delving apps. But as powerful as these apps are, no reader is the right place to synthesize your thoughts. For that, you need to use a separate note or meta document, which is what I'll show you how to do next.